Hi, this is Jay Norris, author of Mastering the Currency Market. Welcome to the report. Well, we're happy to say we survived the blizzard of February 2nd here in Chicago. I could tell you it was something else. Our office here is 40 stories up, and it looks out over Lake Michigan. We have northeast exposure here in the office, and there's a lot of windows. And oh boy, it was something though to hear that wind howling. But that's life, At any rate, back to the report here. Trading futures and forex is a risky endeavor and not suitable for all investors. The charts we're going to be looking at are real-time market snapshots and may not be replicated going forward. First market, the Australian U.S. dollar. You had the big breakout yesterday. I didn't do much today. A little bit of sideways activity. I think U.S. traders, both here in Chicago and on the East Coast, New York too, ended up taking the day off. Unless you were set up to trade from at home, there was not much you could do. A lot of the prop guys they trade from the offices, so I think that was probably one of the reasons why you were so slow today. You had a pretty narrow range to it. You could see though this market is set up to move. In my humble opinion, it's a long-term uptrend. You can see the long-term uptrend line. And now the monthly was up. You broke above the weekly. The daily shifted higher also. So, we'll see if this market goes on to make a higher high. Next market, the Euro U.S. dollar. In the Euro, you can see we've it's time to draw that trend line. We've been looking at that trend line for some time. Haven't really touched on it. Now it becomes a much more likelier target now that you did. It looks like you're getting a fifth wave there, for lack of a better term. You're getting another wave higher. So it looks to me like 140's in the cards. Outside shot at 142.80 also. 142.80, the monthly level, which is also the November highs. So, boy, this has been a nice rally. It really has. Once you cleared 130, that really opened up the door to higher prices. Next market, we're looking at the pound U.S. dollar. There you go. Yeah, more upside on the pound. A friend of mine he trades out in Breckenridge. He was telling me the pound's been real good to him lately. He said the other markets were kind of iffy, but he said he's been making money in the pound and making little minor contributions to the other markets. But the pound is looking good, and I can see why that's been treating him well. Because if you're a trend trader, you would have been making hay on the upside the last 2 days anyway. I tell you what, though, that those ranges may be tightening up closer you get to the November high. I'm fascinated with this chart. You look at a chart like that, and you start to think, hey, well, I guess it's like we said yesterday. You're in a range between 170 on the top side. And really the downside doesn't even matter yet because you're pointing up, and a body of motion tends to stay in motion. So, if you take out the Nov high, to me 170. Why not? It's heading in that direction. Hey, let's take a look at the chief here. Dollar chief snap back today. Try to snap back anyway. You could see you're close to a double bottom there based on the December low, that historic level down there. What is that precisely? 93. 93 the figure. You're in the 93 handle right now also. So we'll just have to see how that one turns out. Not sure what to make of it. If at the risk of repeating myself, you're probably in the process of carving out a long-term bottom. That certainly doesn't mean you can't put in a lower low. Tricky market to trade because of potential double bottom. That means potential pretty big short covering rally. You could see there just looking at the scale of the chart and how much room you have. So you're in a downtrend, but it's tough. It's tricky playing that downtrend because now you're at the potential double bottom. You're at the 09 low there. I'm sorry, the 2010 low. Let's see, look at the dollar yen. I have a look see there, see if we get a little more definition. You're in a long downtrend, similar situation to the Swissy. You could be carving out a long-term bottom. However, you're still holding up here with a slightly higher low. So if that does turn higher, maybe you get a short-term trend line break here on a 240 or something. That might be telling. I'd be looking at something like that. Yeah, there you go. Tried to take it out. I don't think you're having follow through. I think you're pretty low volume overall with the big storm in the States. I mean, they took out from Dallas all the way to Boston. I mean, they just took out the whole country there. So I don't think a lot of traders stayed home. So kind of a slow day is what I'm getting at. So kind of hard to read that just yet. Overall, though, you can't rule out a test of that historic level around 80, while a move above 84 would probably be pretty big. Hey, let's take a look at the U.S. stock market, and definitely a slower day on Wall Street because of the horrible weather across the states. I mean, it was something here in Chicago. I mean, to hear that wind howling like that, whew. A lot of snow on the ground. Cars completely buried in snow. Oh, we're all right, though. It's just right down the block there. Short walk home. Here you go. Very slow day in the States on Wall Street and Chicago, LaSalle Street. So, and you can see that's reflected in a tiny little range right there. You can see we're already into the next day here. It's almost 1800 my time, so you're coming up on the Tokyo Open now. But the stock market holding its gains. Let's get that monthly line out of the way there. Very little, despite everything that's going on in the big wide world, we hope the best for our friends in Egypt. We hope for a peaceful resolution over there. As always, it's great when people can eventually get the right to vote for their leaders. That's a special thing, and we hope everything works out there. But, the stock market's, it's not showing risk right now. It's holding a nice uptrend here. And, we as traders, we have to look to price first. So don't see a lot of risk on the horizon based on this chart. But we do hope the best for any country where you're looking at a regime change or a shift in government. You always want that, that to go smooth. Hey, let's take a look at the U.S. dollar, and then we'll wrap it up. There we go. Well, it looks to me like you have a lot of room on the downside. I mean, that's just the only way to put it. A lot of room down to that November low there. So, hey, that'll do it for us. Thank you very much. Look for my new book, Mastering Trade Selection and Management, and that'll be in bookstores in May. Thank you.